Hi, I'm James Shillinglaw for Insider Travel Report, and I'm here today with Mario Del Duca, who is the Managing Director, NUBA Americas. Now, what's NUBA Americas? Well, we're going to find out here, but Mario and I were supposed to meet in Cannes, but I had so many videos that we didn't get time, and so we're doing this by Zoom now as we catch up. And anyway, you're going to find out all about NUBA and more on Insider Travel Report. Mario, first of all, great to see you.
Good to see you, James. Thanks for the opportunity to have a chat.
Yeah. So first of all, let's get to the heart of it. What is NUBA for those who may not know, and where is it based, and when did it start?
Sure. NUBA is a boutique luxury travel company. We specialize in experiential, tailor-made travel across the globe. The headquarters are actually in Madrid, in Spain. The company was set up 30 years ago. Interestingly, it was set up as a club for high net worth individuals who were looking for the opportunity to travel together to very off the beaten path, very adventurous destinations. And actually, the name NUBA isn't an acronym or anything like that. It's actually represents our origins and our history going back 30 years when this group of travelers they did one trip to South Sudan and came across a tribe called the NUBA, NUBA.
Oh wow.
And they were actually inspired by that tribe because of they're essentially a warrior tribe. They're wrestlers. They have a very interesting culture, and they saw it as an opportunity. They thought it would be a cool name as well, and the name has stuck. And here we are, 30 years later, celebrating 30 years actually this year.
So would you call yourself a travel agency, pretty much a luxury travel agency or boutique travel agency?
Yeah, I call ourselves a boutique travel agency. But having said that, we also have other parts of the business which aren't leisure. The bulk of our business is an outbound leisure business. We deal with high net worth clients, especially in Latin America. We have a very strong presence in Mexico, and we deal with very nice clientele there. But we also have our own DMC, a
Right.
boutique DMC in Mexico, which does very well with US agencies, for example, and other agencies from around the world, catering to the needs of American clientele who wants to go to Mexico and they want to have amazing experiences. So our team and the DMC is doing a great job there. So yeah, I would define us perhaps as a boutique travel company.
Okay. But you have travel agency services and a DMC. So that would
Correct.
be the difference. Yeah. And you are really focused on the Spanish speaking market, right?
Correct. So the company is Spanish. Our headquarters are in Madrid, but we do have this very important presence in Mexico. We just opened up in Colombia as well. We have an office in Miami. We have a new office in Miami, which we opened just a couple of weeks ago.
Wow.
And we most of our clientele is Spanish speaking, is Latino, high net worth Latino in the US as well. And even though our focus is on that market, we also have a lot of non-Spanish speaking clientele
Okay.
that we cater to.
Now, roughly how many employees and maybe how many travel advisors work or are affiliated with NUBA?
So we have around 110 travel advisors at the moment in the Americas. We also have obviously back office teams and marketing, product, finance, technology, etc. So in total, between travel advisors and employees, we're around 160, 170 people.
Great. And are most of those advisors full-time employees or are they independent contractors?
Most of those are independent contractors.
Okay, that's it, the way it works these days. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Now, what groups is NUBA affiliated with? Virtuoso, things like that.
Yeah, we're a Virtuoso agency.
Okay.
So our outbound in the Americas is a Virtuoso agency. It's a relationship that goes back quite a few years. We have a very strong relationship with Virtuoso, and at the same time, we're also preferred partners of absolutely all the big hotel names, whether it's
Yeah.
One Four Seasons, Rosewood, etc. So we have very close relationships both with Virtuoso and also with our hotel and DMC partners around the world.
Now, you talked a little bit about this, but what kind of travel products do you typically sell? I assume luxury hotels. We talked about that. Resorts, tours, cruises, all of that.
Yeah, absolutely. We essentially cater to all of the needs of high net worth clientele, wherever they want to go to in the world, and whatever they want to do, whether it's tours, hotels, private jets, yachts, off the beaten path experiences.
Mhm.
We're tailor made, so we put absolutely everything together for our clients.
And of course, you just mentioned it. It's probably you're going to all the destinations in the world, I would think, right?
Yeah, yeah. Anywhere there's luxury, we sell it. We can put something together for our clientele. Obviously, we have a very strong focus on Europe. Africa is very good for us, and we all know that in the industry in the last 2 3 years, Japan has really has demand for Japan has been quite crazy, and there's
Yeah, I
another good
know. Last it has been crazy, and all the virtuoso surveys say that's where everybody wants to go. I have to go.
Absolutely. You need to make it happen. It's a fantastic destination. And we're still seeing pretty strong demand for next year as well for Japan.
Yeah. So, who's your client? What kind of, you mentioned high net worth individuals, and what's the client profile?
Yeah, high net worth individuals, their families. We do a lot of multi-generational trips as well for our clientele. In the Latin American market, it's very common for families to travel, grandparents, parents, the kids, 3 generations traveling together. That is a very strong part of our business. And they tend to travel very well. They like to stay in the best places. They like to immerse in the culture of the destinations they travel to, and they tend to repeat those trips as well on at least on an annual basis, and in some cases more than once a year. They're all traveling together.
Fantastic. Now, you mentioned you opened your Miami office. What's the goal there, or why are you entering the U.S. market now with the Americas division?
Well, Miami, to a great extent, we could say is the capital of Latin America.
This is true.
It's easy to get everywhere in Latin America. A lot of Latin Americans have a place there, have a house or an apartment, or they go to Miami for business, and it's just a natural hub for us to be in and to expand our presence in the US market as well. So we've seen very good growth in our US business in the last couple of years, and the opening of our Miami office we see it as a natural first step as we build a very boutique, very niche presence in the US, focusing on that high end Latino market.
Now, and you are going to really focus on that U.S. high-end Hispanic market here, right?
Correct. Yeah, and but like I said before, we do have a lot of non-Hispanic clients who like to travel with us and have a great experience with us, and they see the difference between traveling with NUBA because of the attention and the concierge service that we give compared to where they how they may have been traveling before. We also have a lot of European clientele from non-Spanish speaking countries,
Right.
but being a Spanish company and having a significant presence of Spanish speaking people on our team makes it natural for us to focus on the high end Hispanic market.
Right, and yes, and you're right. And the capital of Miami is the capital of I always said South America, Latin America. So it is a good place for you to be right now. Now, what services and support do you offer your travel advisors, those independent contractors, in terms of marketing, technology, training, et cetera?
Right. So we have a lot of in-house teams to support our travel advisors, whether it's our air desk, our visas desk. We have a very strong marketing team that does an amazing job on a corporate basis, but also in terms of supporting individual advisors on their marketing needs. We're putting a lot of focus into technology and taking our technology platform to the next level. And we also have a very strong back office support team so that we put together the best possible trips. And
Right.
if we need to solve a problem, everyone rolls their sleeves up and helps our advisors so that they can shine in front of their clients.
Now, are you looking to add independent contractor travel advisors to join NUBA?
Yeah, on a very selective basis. We feel that we're at a very nice size, especially in Latin America. We don't want to significantly grow that business, but we do have obviously capacity to grow in new markets such as the US and in Colombia. So especially if an advisor is Spanish speaking and looking for a new opportunity and wants to find out more about us, they can approach us and we can have a chat, see how we can support each other.
No, that sounds great. Now, you mentioned you also have a DMC. You said it's particularly in Mexico. What do you offer in Mexico and maybe elsewhere with that DMC?
So yeah, so we have a DMC in Mexico. We also have one in Spain, but our Mexico DMC is very boutique, very niche. We obviously do all the bread and butter services that any DMC would do in terms of the hotel bookings, the transfers, tours. But our speciality is really putting together unique experiences, tailor our itinerary to the profile of the client. We have some unique things that we offer that no other DMC offers in Mexico. And that's something that's very appealing to the US market, especially to high end clients who are coming to us via great agencies out of all parts of the US.
Well, and then you just mentioned that. So if I'm not a NUBA travel advisor, I can book your DMC product in Mexico and maybe Spain, right?
Absolutely, yeah. So they can look us up as NUBA Incoming Mexico, which, to be frank, I think is a horrible name, and we're actually changing it very soon. I can't reveal what it's going to be called yet. That's coming in a couple of months. But yeah, the NUBA Incoming Mexico is our DMC in Mexico, and any travel advisor can approach us. And we already work with many of the top US agencies. Our DMC is preferred partner of many US agencies already. And the team's doing a great job. And if you're looking to have something to put something together that's very different compared to what you've done in the past when it comes to Mexico, our team can do that for you.
That's fantastic. And I assume you are Virtuoso preferred as well, right?
Our DMC is Virtuoso Preferred for Latin America at the moment, and because it's a process, and we'll soon be applying for the global membership as well.
Now, is there anything else you want to tell we go out to about 128,000 travel advisors right now. Anything else they should know about NUBA?
I mean, 30 years in business. I think we do a great job. But we have very ambitious plans for the future. We're very boutique. We're very detail focused, and especially when it comes to our DMC. If anyone's looking to try out a new DMC and put together a really off the charts experience for their clientele, whether it's something that's art related, gastronomy related, or just a cultural immersion in general, our team can do that for you.
Fantastic. Now, where can those travel advisors find out more about NUBA, both the agency side and the DMC side?
Yeah, so if you go to nuba.com, it goes to our corporate page, and you can see everything that we do there. That site is actually currently being refreshed. It's going to be a relaunch with a new look and feel in the next couple of weeks. You can also look us up on Instagram at NUBA Travel, so NUBA Travel. And Google search NUBA Incoming Mexico, or you could just email mexico@nuba.com. That's for our DMC services.
Fantastic. Well, I want to thank. I'm sorry we missed you in Cannes. It was a crazy time, as it always is, but hopefully you had a good meeting and a good conference there. And hopefully we'll catch up in person at some point, maybe at a Virtuoso.
Sounds good, James. Appreciate your time.
I'm James Shillinglaw, and this is Insider Travel Report.